Previously on In the Circle.
Oh, hi, hugs. Smiling at me is not an invitation to touch me.
Tonight is the listening party for my new album.
Hi, John. Katie. At one point, I literally got pushed out of the way so this guy could stand next to her. That's another reason I don't think she's a very nice person.
Welcome to The Circle, where 20-somethings with similar goals are matched together
to network with each other and learn from each other.
Sometimes it's a match in heaven.
Sometimes it's a match in hell.
No scripts, no reshoots, and no glamorous bullshit.
In the Circle.
The dreams of New York.
Hey everyone, I'm Lindsay and I'm 23 years old and I'm from Willimantic, Connecticut. When we got in there was like gangsters. My dream is to be an actress and you're professional, famous, whatever. I want to act. It's definitely a passion of mine, but I also want with that recognition to be able to influence men and women out there in a positive way.
I don't know anyone here, and it was like a stranger in a foreign land, and I didn't know where to stand or where to put myself to be out of the way.
I just kept smiling on my face, and I was like, you like 19, you better go ahead, because you don't even want it to happen to you.
When it comes down to it, we promote Suave. So Fonzie promoted Suave. You know what I'm saying? Everything he did, he came through with the collar up. You know what I'm saying? His hair was laid right. You know what I'm saying? With the extra dax on it. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. He was the coolest dude, out with the collar up. You know what I'm saying? Hair always done right. And every time he felt good about something, he just like, hey, like, so that's the whole concept of the song.
But you say, hey, that's a different A than A. That's from the A? That's from the A. That's from the A. It's like, shut the fuck up.
It was just so random, like, where did that even come from? Like, I just don't get her.
Hope y'all enjoyed this one, real right. It's real deep, listen to it. So I was kind of like down or whatever, and funny enough, perfect timing, Falling Star was on, and my father and my brother entered the room, and it was one of those moments where like I kind of like didn't recognize or realize. When I looked up, you know, my emotions got the best of me, and that's one of the very few times where, you know, I shed a tear besides, you know, the time my grandmother passed. And I was, that moment right there just like said a lot. I felt so blessed and so good. That was like the stamp of the whole night.
Solo had his father and his brother. They were all there at his listening party, and it was really touching when his father and him hugged and embraced. I thought it was really sweet. It was also bittersweet for me because I know one day I'm going to have a listening party when I finish this, and I'm not going to have my father there. And you know, for me, that's always going to be one of those things that I'll have to deal with.
Anyway, let's move on.
Let's continue to support web series like In the Circle by visiting www.plentypennies.com.
when Lindsay and her friend came, it took me back because I went to high school in like an all-white high school, so I know girls like Lindsay. I mean, it's nothing to say bad about Lindsay, but you know, she's like a black girl with a little white girl personality.
What are you? Yeah, acting.
We all met each other. It was really interesting trying to just see the connection between the two of us, or between Britt and I and everyone else. I actually felt a lot comfortable because she was there. She's like my best friend, so.
You know he's there. You know he's there. That's the coolest thing about it. Oh my gosh, it's I get it. It says fearless. You see this fearless? No. I get it in. You got the cry now, laugh later? No, you're an actor. You should know those are thespian pieces, not laugh now, cry later.
You got the laugh now, cry later. I'm like, pause. You are an actor, right? So you're supposed to know that that's a thespian piece. You're supposed to know that that's comedy tragedy. I don't know about this laugh now, cry later. So when she said that, I was like, oh, I'm super good with you. Actor. Where you trained at?
Cry now, laugh later. Oh, laugh. I'm like, no, thespian, comedy tragedy. I think you should research a little bit. Well, I'm mine too, so it was also good for the art of mine. Yeah. I'm waiting on the shirt that he's gonna donate to my wardrobe. I think she's a firecracker. You're a firecracker. Me and West, kind of like, oh Lord, right? I support my fellow mates. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna say, feeling it out. I feel like he's hiding behind the wall. Oh yeah.
With Lisa saying I'm hiding behind the wall, it's irrelevant. I mean, if I'm staying in an atmosphere where I don't really know anybody, that's what I'm going to do. That's just the type of person I am. I'm going to sit back in the cut and watch. Because you watch people. When you watch people, you learn. Remember that.
You guys seem like you bonded already. I feel like you're part of it. She is. On her she'll be around a lot. Yeah. That's good to know. Good to know.
For her friend to be there was like the Olsen twins, like just double time. So I didn't expect Lindsay, you know. I didn't really know what I was gonna feel about her yet, so I was on the edge.
Finally, someone like me, and you know, somebody who comes from the same background as me, somebody who is, I think, more similar with the night. I'm very naive to things, and I think she's kind of like that, and I just knew when I saw Lindsay that this was going to be the person that I connected, I think, best with.
Did y'all like Jimmy?
I don't heard the end of Jimmy.
Yeah. They like the back end of Jimmy.
I like the back end of Jimmer, and I feel like it'll be a catchy. I feel like it'll be something people gonna pick up and say.
They're definitely Jimmer in the A. They're definitely Jimmer.
There's a dance to it?
I mean, whatever you do. I haven't made up a dance to it. I got 2 steps, that's all, but somebody can make a dance to it. Jimmer.
If you on your job, if you're doing your thing out there, whatever you're doing, you on your Jimmer. So that came with the word, and also the tone of it, and Jimmer just like Jimmer basically signifies success and a level of not just music or just like narrowing it down to one thing. It involves everything. If you just got a new job, that's a Jimmer. You're in your Jimmer. If you got a raise, you yell Jimmer. So it's almost like a praise chant.
I wouldn't sit outside the circle, like, I wouldn't. I don't like following trends. Now, if I was to start the word, I might say hammer. I might say hammer. I might say. I've never like following trends.
Jimmer, it was like, don't get hammer. Gucci's a designer.
You ever got jiggy with it?
No, I don't dance. We've gone through this.
But you know what jiggy is? But you know what?
I do dance music and I don't dance.
ATL all day, you know what I'm saying?
If anybody didn't know where she was from before the end of that night, they just had their ears plugged because that's all she was. I mean, it's nothing wrong with Atlanta. That's why I get ink, but she was going too hard.
So you never got jiggy with it? You never been in the club that song is hitting and you say,
I've gotten unconscious with it.
You never got jiggy? Am I wrong?
That was many years ago. I never got jiggy with it like that.
That's how you.
Next on In the Circle.
Relate.
audition was very different.
So I guess Lisa's not coming since we're almost done eating, and she's a no-show.
That's one thing I don't play with. I hate people being late and not showing up.
She didn't text. She just didn't show.
If you live in New York, you swing on poles often. Pull my shirt. The subway. Okay. You be riding and just be woo. Oh my God, there's these two ladies. They were from here, and they was asking me directions. You know, I finally got lost enough to figure out how to get around New York, so I gave them directions. And it was their first time on the subway, so she was holding to the pole, and she was just swinging or whatever. So I told her to take me to hold the pole. And I don't know about, sometimes I'm really nice. So the first thing I said to her was like, well, if you never, because her husband said behind, he was just looking like, he was just shocked. And I was like, well, if you never used a pole before, your husband would not be pleased. And he was like, I was like, oh my God. And she was like kind of doing like this, kind of like, she was just.
For more In the Circle, go to www.themoviesthatshouldbemade.com.
To connect with the cast, see exclusive never-before-seen clips, cast pics, and cast bios.